Your party's been painfully procured off the sunny surface into the pocket of drow overlords in a pitch-black, unending nightmare where the only thing more common than demon lords leeching madness into our plane of existence is the rumbling of your party's bellies as they exist in a steady state of starvation. This is your quick and questionable quest prep for Out of the Abyss's first chapter, Velkynvelve. Spoiler alert for the first chapter of Out of the Abyss Velkynvelve. This video is for DM prep and those checking out the module. If you are a player and still here, you will never achieve the Cloak of Billowing, and your only hope of redemption is to support another human creator by hitting the like and subscribe button. I had an absolute blast running a 2-year campaign with players who used cookies to bribe kings, OotA cans to squish spiders, and fought a demon lord posing as a mob boss with sentient Italian food as minions.
Stop storytelling and get back to work, surface slave.
On the Underdark, over a mile below the surface of the planet Abir Toril, and everything is dark. We're in formed tunnels of blood-soaked black stretching all directions. The sun will never reach you. Only the meteor torches you find in pockets of society. Fey-res-infused glowing mushrooms, or whatever light your party makes for themselves, will give you a semblance of the sun's surface and safety. Your team is trapped in Velkynvelve, Ilvara's slave station, in this jail cell, along with telepathic spore speaker Stool and 9 other NPCs. More on them later. Oh hey, look at this gorgeous map we have to work with here. It'd be nice if there was a high-resolution version of this available for free at patreon.com/BenderBossGM. Well, you're in luck!
Enough side questing and self-promotion, you flappy yappy filth. If they're half as smart as you, they'll
check the description for a link to dozens of free high-quality maps perfect for fresh-faced DMs making their way into the abyss.
Party's first day of slavery greets them with ripped rags for clothes and metal chains around their wrists and neck, with no gear, no armor, and their only possessions coming from these roll tables. Is your party preparing to pulverize the chains around their wrists and neck? DC 20 strength. Silently slip out of them. DC 20 dex. Oh, I'll just spell my way out. Wrong! No spells allowed in this cell. If the party fails by more than 10, makes too much noise, or gets caught in the escape attempt, congratulate them on their efforts by killing an NPC or player character, and then revive them with a level of madness as a sign of her feminine superiority. Because Drow society is a matriarchy led by female sorceresses, which is why they are so great and cool and not at all about to hit die!
That's right, you stinky sun stomper. Now back to your cell! No amount of kissing my queenly rear will save you from the lash of my 5d6 poison damage scourge.
Even without the chains, your party's about 100 feet off the ground on the ceiling's stalactites. Before escaping, the party may ask for their gear. Be sure to shame the player ass about this for a solid 20 minutes, saying how metagaming is for goblins, before subtly pointing at this guard tower, which hides a lumpy bundle of adventurer's goods. Take that, Jeff. Escape attempts can range from digging through the prison walls to the hidden stream, succeeding at busting out of the cell door, or taking advantage of Ilvara's work release program when she lets 2 of you out of your cell twice a day in order to break the monotony of jail time, where your players will break the entire encounter and make the DM scramble to figure out how much falling damage Ilvara should take when her stalactite sanctuary shatters off the ceiling and plunges to 100 feet to the depths below. Thanks, Jeff. But in any case, they'll probably need to jump down this waterfall. DC 13 athletics acrobatics to pull off an Olympian-style swan dive, or take some d6 fall damage. However much you think they earn, probably 3d6. Or use the perfectly safe pull card that originally brought the party up here. But wait, there are guards. Angry talking bears with the vocabulary of the average parrot, known as quaggoths, patrol their nest and the dining hall. Regular drow soldiers are everywhere and are on especially high alert at these guard stations, with elite drow warriors, who have twice the health and damage output, chilling in the upper floors here. Both are armed with crossbows coated in drow poison, DC 13 con save, fail and get poisoned, fail by more than 5, and that target is unconscious for an hour. Fun fact, the drow are not immune to this poison.
The fact you even think the possibility of robbing and escaping you to be possible without repercussions causes my stomach to boil in hate. Remember, if these worthless henchmen can't take you out, my 5th level spells will remind you of who you belong to. I said no stealing!
party rolling bad and there's only 10 minutes left till end of session? Send Ilvara's recently face-scarred manservant, Jorlin Drunsky, to give the party a key. Ilvara dumped him for being too ugly due to his new face scar, so his goal is basically to neg her into loving him again. Or throw a pair of demon birds known as Brock at the drow as a distraction for the party's escape. Oh shoot, I forgot! There's some NPC cannon fodder that your party can use as meat shields.
Greetings, my greedy game masters. It is I, JimJar, the Deep Gnome Gambler, who is a literal god, or the manifestation of a wealthy gambling god. Bet your 2 gold pieces you'll never guess when the game module reveals it, because that fact is revealed in the final section of the final chapter. You're welcome, and you owe me 2 gold. BenderBossGM went the entire game without knowing this. Now you can do better than him, and laugh at him in the comments section. Plus he owes me 42 gold pieces. More on me later. Now back to the questionable quest prep.
Oh shoot, I forgot. There's some NPC cannon fodder that your party can use as meat shields. Not you, Stool. Never you. Any who survive the escape attempt and follow the party will volunteer to help, as they also don't prefer a lifetime of slavery. Big shocker there. The Short Darrow twins, Topsy and Turvy, know the way to the drow homeland and almost guaranteed doom. The personification of we must protect at all costs, mycodid mushroom child named Stool, and to a lesser extent, Sereth the Drow, can bring you to the Twilight Grove, but he's unsure of the exact route until you get closer. Or the Fishman, pretentiously known as Shlushar the Awakened, can take you to the nearby Ch01 village for a very, very likely escape.
Not really, but push them in that direction.
Your pathetic party might have escaped to my stalactites, but I will hunt you down with the vengeful fury of 1,000 Drider Queens to steal you and your entire family from the surface to become playthings to my spiders.
And if you've done your job right, DM, your party has escaped their life of slavery to bumble around in a pitch-black nightmare land with no food, no supplies, and no bitches. This is a good time to decide if your game will be a constant struggle for food and supplies, as the party spends hours debating on who gets the last ration to fend off the 3rd level of exhaustion every session. Or you could play it like my party and basically become Demon Lord Ghostbusters, who gather a literal army of NPCs as they make their way out of the abyss. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so very much. Please hit the like and subscribe button so that everything I do here gets a lot more weight added to it, a lot more value. I love this adventure. I even found it to be a really good first module that I ran. I'm going to go over that in more detail later. I'm going to do this for every single chapter of Out of the Abyss, as well as break down all the maps that I've made for it, which again, they are free on my Patreon at patreon.com/BenderBossGM. Links in the description. And thank you for watching.